Hey guys, I'm David with Dance On, and I'm bringing you your weekly recap of So You Think You Could Dance Season 9. This week we're at the top 6. We have solos, all-star performances, and performances between the different dancers. There's a lot going on, so I'm just going to do it in order of the show. Tiffany and Benji's jive was totally precise, totally fun to watch. I was really happy to see Benji dancing on the show again. Tiffany's flicks, as the judges mentioned, were completely on it. She was just performing the heck out of the dance. One thing that I did notice was a little strange was that the floor seemed very slippery. I don't know why, but they just seemed to be sliding around a little bit. For Cole and Melanie's contemporary, Sonia made a good choice by giving Cole a more vulnerable role. I thought that Melanie was a perfect partner for Cole. She totally held her own, and it was very androgynous. I really think Cole did well at showing a more vulnerable side, and I thought that the choreography was very varied and very interesting to watch. And of course, I enjoyed watching Melanie again. She's always fantastic. I'm not covering all the solos, I never really do, but I do have to say that Kian fell out of his pirouette and his, and I was a little like, that sucks. Eliana and Twitch's hip-hop was not necessarily memorable. I do remember that Eliana made an effort to keep her knees bent and like sort of make her good technique less good for the sake of hip-hop, which I thought was interesting. Her jump in second, of course, was awesome. Kian and Catherine's suitcase routine was so good. Kian finally loosened up, which was so nice to see. He finally was emotionally available. Tice's use of the suitcase was really great. And I thought that Catherine, of course, I mean, she's incredible. This was really one of the highlights of the night. While I was watching Cole's solo, I noticed that he's improved so much over the course of the show. He's incorporating a lot more dance. I'm obsessed with his mom, also. She's adorable. But it's just his audition, there was much more, kung fu stuff, and now it's much more dancey, and he's really improved his technique. Whitney and Marco's lyrical jazz was great. I was really watching Whitney the entire time, even though I was glad to have Marco back. She's just captivating. She is such a performer. Every movement had a motivation. I was really enthralled by her performance in this one. I have to say that while I was watching Cyrus and Comfort's dubstep, Cyrus didn't even hold his own in his own style. I think Comfort completely floored him. She was bigger, more specific. Everything about her movement was more interesting to watch. He was sloppy when they were doing the Jacob's Ladder hand thing. In the slow-mo, you can see that his hands weren't even straight. I honestly don't even know why the judges go crazy over him, because even in his own style, he was unimpressive. In Kian and Whitney's cha-cha, I felt really bad for Kian. I just don't think he understands how to move his hips in Latin dancing. Whitney, on the other hand, was just completely nailing it. I guess that she could have added a little bit more hips, as the judges said, but she's just such a performer, and this is her style, and she was just flowing from one move to the next. It was fantastic. Of course, the Mia Michaels piece was the best of the night. I don't understand what Mia Michaels has going on in her head, but she always puts out the most brilliant dances. The contrast of the music she chose, Adagio for strings, with the sharp movements was just brilliant. The lighting was brilliant. It was just great performance from both of the dancers. Honestly, Cole is the partner that Eliana should have had at the beginning of the show. All those weeks with Cyrus, this is what you could have done with a partner like Cole. This is definitely going to be a piece that I remember far after this season. Lastly, in Tiffany and Cyrus's Broadway routine, honestly, it could have been a solo for Tiffany. She was completely selling it, her hair just whipping it around, and Cyrus looked like an idiot. Whitney ended up leaving, and I do have to say that it was her time to go. It's good that she made it this far. I think she improved, but between her, Tiffany, and Eliana, it really made sense that she was the one to leave. And Cole left, which was crap. I am so mad that Cyrus is in the finale. I don't think that he deserves to be there. It's not going to be an exciting finale for the boys' end of things, because Kian's gonna win. I hope Kian wins. If Kian doesn't win, then I'm leaving. Anyway, that's it. I will be there next week for the finale. I'm so excited, regardless of the Cyrus crap. And until then, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you later. Bye!